What's going on, friends? Welcome to McFarland's Corner. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork guide, and rundown extraordinaire. Now it's a public rundown today. I'm going to give you guys, it's Wednesday morning. I'm not fishing today. I got a break before the storm. When I say storm, I mean storm of guide trips over the next few months, especially this upcoming 10 days. We have the big bass splash just on the horizon, and we're looking forward to see that awesome event. Popped in my mind, rest in peace, Mr. Bob Seeley. We will all certainly be thinking of you through the whole time, because without you there would have never been this event, not to the extreme that it really ever became. But biggest tournament of the year, and I'm going to actually say that still, it's Bob Seeley's Big Bass Splash. Moment of silence for him, and then I'm going to catch you up on what's going on. So, first thing I do want to tell you is anything I share with you right now is so subject to change with the weather changing and the fish are in transition. Transition usually takes anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, 10, 14 days. Most of the time the fish will make their moves, so there are different changes of habits and areas that they choose to use, following the food most of the time. That happens again within a couple week period. So I just want to be clear that if I tell you, main lake points with soft plastic today and 15 feet of water, and you go out and you don't catch them, you say Mike's report sucks. We are specifically right now, that can happen anyways, period. That's just fishing, you know that. I truly spill my guts. I give you the real goods, especially in the members only private channel. My gosh, I give them exactly what happened, not last week, date to date, and I prep them for what's coming. Anyways, I'm not strong. Fishing's fishing, but man, I woke up this morning real early and it was nippy outside. So cold water sinks, that means the surface is cooling fast. It's gonna change things. Deep fish go shallow, shallow fish get more happy. You can find something on one day and then the next day it's not there, and 2 days later it's back, and they're moving, they're changing not necessarily just habits, but they're changing mostly the areas and where they choose to live. It's cooling down and moving in the backwaters following the bait fish. That's my first clue, or best clue I can tell you. So let's tell you about the lake. If you saw last week, we were 2 degrees warmer than we are now. We're 78 to 80 degrees. At least we're cooling slowly. I've seen us cool so fast that we get to almost winter-like water in just a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. And then by November, it's no good already. Or it's winter cold fishing. Lake level, very, very stable. Even though we're not dropping much. This is just evaporation here. No use, no pullage to fill any tanks or municipal. That's just rate of flow out the small little pot below the gate in evaporation. And it'll have some fluctuation still. And then clarity's excellent everywhere I've gone. I haven't seen any bad water on Lake Fork. Not yet. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But let's go through a few things. Soft plastics are probably your best bet. There's so much vegetation in the backwaters that when you get into, say, a hard crankbait, for example, with square bill, for example, you catch so much debris. It's kind of hard to fish those things. So weedless type baits, soft plastics, buzz frogs really good when those fish get real shallow this time of year. You can do a buzz frog type deal all the way through the Berkeley event. We will be heating back up, so potentially this, again, will come and go. It'll be good one day or good in one area, and then you'll fish 50 areas like it and never get another bite and think, I don't understand. It was so good in that one little pocket and then not the next, or not any others. So what I want to emphasize for you the most is think junk fishing. Years and years ago, I used to fish the US Open in July. The world famous annual US Open that Rick Clunn would come to, and guys all the way from the East Coast would come to the West Coast to fish it. West Coasters never went east, hardly ever. Just a handful of the West Coasters would. But the East Coast big time East Coast would come and fish me. And anyways, where I'm going is when it was in July, it was summer fishing. Well, the Nevada Game and Fish changed it to September due to fish kill rates. The heat of Nevada and Lake Mead, 120 degrees. We were losing too much fish. So they moved it to September. That changed everything and began to have that early fall transitional sort of bite. What I'm doing is I'm trying to teach something right now. When I would fish the US Open and it was in July, I pretty much had drop shots and jigs on the deck of my boat and maybe a top water. Those are the 3 baits I fished with specifically. When I would get to September, the September events, whether it was the Open or not, US Open or not, I would have 20 rods, 20 different baits on the deck of my boat. Jerk bait, everything. I mean, literally would just like load the boat up with a variety of stuff. We call it junk fishing. I'd throw the buzz frog. I'd throw a buzz bait. I'd pick up a fluke. I'd pick up a shaky head and some rock. I'd maybe go to the backwater and throw a popper. I'd mix it up. And when you junk fish, it's a tough thing to tell you. You just kind of, what you're doing is you're covering the water as you go. You're searching. You're hunting out fish. You're looking for bait fish. You're looking for signs. You're paying attention for life and movement. And you're shuffling through those baits that fit the equation accordingly. So maybe you happen to be starting in the backwater, so you're with a weedless buzz frog, and when you come to the edge of some grass, you pick up your popping frog. And then maybe you come to some docks and you pitch a few docks with the shaky head, and then you come around the bend and there's a really nice set of pond weeds, so you go through with your weightless fluke, and I mean, you see what I'm saying? And then you turn around and you see there's an underwater bridge and a road, so you pick up a deep diving crankbait and a football jig. And all in about 30 minutes, you've really kind of, you're hunting, you're searching. When you junk fish, you junk fish. Now, sometimes you may get pulled out of junk fish and get into a bite, and you'll start catching fish with a specific bait. Remember, when that bite goes away, don't get stuck on that. Go back to junk fishing. I've done that before. I've gotten into a bite and a shaky head, and I start, and then I realize I spend the rest of the day throwing only the shaky head because I found a bite for a little while. You got to keep funneling. So, public report right here. I'm telling you, the whole lake is beautiful. Look for the birds. Follow the bait. You can leave the main lake now. You can come back to it midday, mid-afternoon, and definitely have better success. There are still fish deep, and there are fish in the mid-levels, and there are fish in the backwater shallow. There's been shallow fish all summer, and I'm going to tell you they're the easiest to catch right now. Weightless baits, flukes, Sinkos are going to do your best, but again, you're going to have to move around. When I move, I junk fish. That's all there is to it. Unless I've got a pattern. Once I know the fish bite, and I pattern them out. Okay, say the pattern is 10 foot on a main lake point. And I hit one point, I hit another, and I got them again, and I hit another, and I start graphing, and I see the points that are near a creek channel at 10 foot have fish. Well, now I can do what I call a milk run and just start hitting spots. And really, at the end of the day, tell somebody the parking lot will warm out. But you got to pattern them first, and in transition time, this is my best public report I've given you guys in a long time. In transition time, it's really hard to pattern anything. So you just got to find some fish. You got to catch a random fish here and there, all right? That's pretty much what's going on. Now, some of the other lakes are all doing the same. Lake Athens had a great topwater bite. That's fading. But as we heat back up next week, I saw the weatherman last night on TV say we're going back to the 95 degrees. And I'll come back. Here's what you're going to get this time of year. In the next 4 weeks, some really weird changes, okay? Be versatile. Be able to do a lot of things. If you want to know just a little more, you want to be a little tighter on what I'm suggesting right now, how about areas of the lake? What's the best part? You want to just launch your boat and go right to where we've been catching some fish, or where I'm, for example, this next 10 days on the water, I'm going to be there every day. You want to come out there and end up running into me because this is exactly what I do, and exactly the truth, then come follow me on my members only channel. The members only report is much more detailed than this. I tell exactly what we have had happen. I tell the bites. I predict the future as best I can as a fisherman, and what's happening and what's to come, what's in front of us. If you want more details than ever before, instead of watching this public report, just subscribe to my members only channel. It's $4.99 a month for the basic channel. Come on over. You can upgrade from there, but you can start at $4.99. I'm telling you, you buy a bag of worms, it costs more than that. And I'd like to flip this worms around for you and tell you all about it, because this is what I'm going to be really catching my fish on over the next 6 weeks. Come to the members only channel and learn. Okay? It's simple. That's a month, $4.99 a month. You get 8 shows. In depth, in detail. Teaching. Descriptive. What rod, what line. Depths. Best areas of the lake. Best area. Not areas of the lake. So I tell you, you got the Berkeley coming. You got a bunch of events coming. You want to know where not to waste your time? Subscribe. Eliminate a lot of the lake real quick. That's the best thing I'm saying. Why? You want to eliminate areas and get to it, and then maybe do your own thing even. Subscribe to my members only channel. Last invite. Come on. Let's have you there. It's been great. Channel's huge. There's like almost 400 members. Especially with that Let's Talk. But I'll be back on Friday. Like I said, it's Wednesday morning. I'm fishing, so Friday's going to be late, but I'm going to get you Friday. I'll have this filled back in. I'll tell you exactly what's going on over the next couple days. And you know, another note I forgot. Sorry for the infomercial here, but on the members only channel, we have all the other lakes, not all the other lakes, but a lot of other popular lakes. We give their fishing reports for Lake Lavon, Possum Kingdom, Athens, Hubbard, Tawakoni, Welsh, Gilmer, many, many more. If it's hot, I tell you about it. That's another members only perk, by the way. But anyways, I'll be back and I'll catch you up for this weekend. Probably late Friday evening. I'll tell you some more things as we continue changing and moving into a fall pattern. All right. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you really, really like the video, comment below. Okay, just share something. Say thanks, Mike, for, man, what a generous guide you are. Many guides do not get in there and spill their guts, especially to the public, wide open like that, like I do. I do want you to come over to my members only channel and get more. It's little for you, but as a volume, it's big for me as a guide. I want you to book a trip with me. You really want to learn on the water, hands-on, you want to see what I do? Come with me. I will extend a fall special. This is a public only fall special. I won't announce what it is, but if you're interested, I promise you to raise your eyebrow about doing a guide trip. Okay, I'm going to give a discount enough to you that you'll think, maybe me and my buddy can pull that off. All right, maybe me and my buddy should take advantage of that. So if you are interested in that, now I have nothing short, you know, most of next week is full, so really there's not anything for the Big Bass Splash. I think there's an evening. There's one, or maybe Monday evening or afternoon. Monday afternoon and Wednesday afternoon, I could probably squeeze you in. But holler at me, and I'll give you a really cool special, and we'll go show you what's going on for the Big Bass Splash here. Okay, I think Monday afternoon and Wednesday, I could probably pull it off. Don't know what I want to on Monday. But again, message me, call me, say I was watching the public video, you said something about a public fall special, whether it's for the Big Bass Splash, the Berkeley, or you want to fish in November. And I'll honor you something, again, that'll make your eyebrows raise and say, wow, that's truly a discount. Okay, thanks again. Wish you all great fishing.